Channel switched. User joined your channel. 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 User left your channel. User joined 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 your channel. User left your channel.
Ooh, that's
User
annoying.
joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Deactivated. Thanks for the call, Alex. My headset was off.
No. I need
I am underwater.
No, I'm underwater. Elio, get back.
Not too bad, X. Not too bad. Just getting set up. Have ceremony here. I'm gonna be doing FTX later.
Probably about the flagpole.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Hey, is there
I'm getting everybody information.
supposed to be here?
I'll be right back.
Ooh, now it's spawning.
No. No, see, this...
Just wait for them to put the things down in the room now.
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I need
Putting
it
down
so I am taller.
the team
Are we going in the
squad
front?
positions.
Technically, would be like one
Yeah,
of the back ones.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna chill here then.
Well, our squad might be big, so take this one.
To me, being a big boy. I'm
Oh.
taller than you. Come on, you're taller than me.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Don't
Left.
fall in.
For a
You
minute.
fall to the
Left.
left. Highest rank at the right, and then goes down by position. Not highest rank, but position. Well, Delgado could be next to me technically, since he's in IC, but it doesn't really matter. Hayes and Elio would be next.
I'm waiting on.
Or Exo once he gets here.
I know. Here, what am I? Back, maze. Back. One step back. Stop.
Get a second rank.
No, I was making sure it aligned. Doing a little step heel, step heel.
Step, heel, step, heel, step, heel, step.
Uh-huh.
Step, heel.
I just had flashbacks.
Yeah.
Please, no, please no.
We already got the dress uniform in here.
Still,
Free.
Why am I
still
here?
waiting on my Stetson.
Just say, why am I here?
This is the perfect time to wear a Stetson.
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Yeah, it would be.
I just realized the later.
He is a captain.
Doesn't matter.
The unit that they have for that
Might
for
not be able to.
Viper is a cav unit.
317 cab,
Yeah, I
light
think you
horse.
guys go back 2 more lines.
Part of the 3 cab.
Ah, it's because the first one just
The
got...
3rd cab. Yeah, buddy. But yeah, it would be like days like today. Looks like it's planning.
I mean, that's like comparing the reserves to active duty. Come on.
Oops.
You're over there. You're, the retirees.
Come on, guys. Might be better over here. Most of you guys can hear him.
Behind the sign. Behind the sign. Behind the sign.
Look at your feet, man. Look down, you can see your feet.
Okay, I'm back.
Make sure you go to free look and didn't do it.
Too bad.
Guys, what's our frequency? Just out of curiosity. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Oh, Cooper. Huh? I don't need to do ceremony, right? For streaming?
No, that's
Good. Cool. I don't want to do it.
Agents, hurry up, come on. Supposed to start a minute ago. So hurry up. Double time. Double time. Come on. Couple more stragglers, Major.
Stop that.
Vector's on his way.
Randall,
What?
when we go, so did we go right or left?
Quickest route to the major.
What do you- No, I mean,
Hey, Phoenix,
when we finish.
just cover up.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
fill in
always
the
to
empty
right.
spots.
Always turn to the right.
So like this?
Yeah, always turn around to the right.
Test your salute buttons, boys. Make sure they work.
Happy New Year's, X, by the way.
Well, if you're gonna test it, you need to run in front of Major or Lieutenant Drake and then test it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Good
just
evening,
The alliance
sir.
shoulders.
Yeah, it's hard to move blocks.
Major. First platoon, all present and accounted for.
Sounds good, huh? Post. I guess step back. Alright, get myself on yelling.
What about it?
Everybody in the back there, here alright?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Alright, well first off, welcome to 2022 War Eagles. I'm glad to see those that we have in formation. I hope everybody enjoyed holiday time frame. You know, we took a nice break from holiday furlough, enjoy some time with friends, family, loved ones. Hopefully you guys and gals got recharged, kind of ready to go for 2022. I know I'm excited to get into 2022. You know, hopefully making it our most successful year. I mean, but looking back on 21, I like to call out some milestones that we've had for 2021, including maintaining 4 combat squads. We opened Phoenix 4th Squad in late 2020, and since then we've grown, obviously, the squads in size, developed our own leaders. 3 Cab has tripled in size since that time frame. As a combat operational side of things, we're extremely solid. Definitely those that had anything to do with our FIG and our RRO over the last 10 days, 10 to 14 days of Exodus, I've always said it's actually one of our most active time frames in the entire year because everybody's off, whether that's school, college, or high school. Unfortunately, us poor saps that have you know, full-time jobs, that doesn't go away, unfortunately, for some. Some are lucky. So I like to take a big hooah to all that. I mean, everything that we've done in 2021 on the combat side. I would like to shed some light on our DMOSs. Those that haven't seen it, our battalion summary post for our DMOSs of the 2021 year was posted. So I'm going to read off some statistics. So let's see, S1, recruiting and retention. We accepted in 2021, all these are the full fiscal year of 2021, accepted 191 soldiers. We dropped 62 and we denied 9 throughout. So 191 soldiers were accepted as a recruit or a private trainee into our unit in 2021. S3, Force Improvement Group, they conducted 48 OSET classes, so 48 basic trainings. That includes 108 trainees graduated. So you can kind of take the math there. Even the 191, not everybody even made it through OSET. That's our world we live in. Retention is tough. Everybody's timetable is different. Force Improvement also conducted 3 airborne schools, 3 air assault schools, 3 combat medic schools, 26 additional courses, as well as 83 total training courses of advanced, whether that's WLC, leadership courses, or advanced skill badge courses. 83 training courses were held throughout 2021. S4 Logistics Base Maintenance, they did a staggering 756 maintenance requests. So that's anywhere from processing journals, combat records, ceremony requests, 756 requests. What's even more staggering is S4 Logistics CID, Combat Imaging and Documentation, processed 968 image requests, just shy of 1,000. So that's anywhere from our uniform updates to just imagery on our website and Discord, our banners, stuff like that. So CID was extremely busy throughout 2021. S4 Logistics, our Corps of Engineers, conducted 287 technical requests throughout 2021. So that's anywhere from our server mod packs, website maintenance, you know, adding in certain features, adding in text into some of our website codes, and pages on our website in general. So Corps of Engineers were extremely busy as well, and that's very technical and well, just stuff I definitely would not be able to do. So thank you. And then the wrap up, S6, our communications, so Public Affairs Office, posted 198 news articles throughout 2021. So just shy of 200 in the year. And that's anywhere from the history news, any from our ceremony notes, basic training, advanced school postings, not even including, I wish I had that statistic as well, the amount of videos that we uploaded this year to our unit's YouTube. I know subscribing wise, we added, I think, just shy of 2,000 or just over 2,000 new subscriptions to our YouTube page. So if you're not there already, hit it up. We plan to keep pushing that envelope as well. So, I mean, these are just some of the accomplishments we achieved in 2021 as a unit, as a group. I'm very proud of all the hard work and dedication that each of you in your roles have brought to our unit. You know, those that enlisted in 2021, you know, you made a very big impact on it. We'll be covering some anniversaries today as well. Those that enlisted, those 1 years. I think we even have a couple 2 years that have hit that time frame as well. I mean, I really expect to see more milestones like these in 2022, just with our growth alone. As you see, we've had a real good size formation today. I mean, if you look at our active duty roster, we'll have our holiday Exodus drop off, I guess you can say. Unfortunately, I'd love to say you'd all be here for this next ceremony in February. You know, work with your first line leaders, figure out how, if something comes up, we just need to know and communicate. So all our new soldiers. And with that, we have a shit ton of you. Just in the month of December, we processed 30 recruits or returnees into our unit. I was going to attempt to say all these names, but 30 of them. We got some returnees of like Frost, Spectre, Sergeant Abel came out of retirement. Captain Simmons came out of retirement. So we even got some of those old folks that enjoys their jellos on Thursdays to hang it up, take off their bathrobe, and put on their uniform again. So we're glad to have those soldiers in our formation today. As well as a lengthy list of PFCs down through recruits. I won't slaughter your name until you're up here in front of me. But there's some unique names, and God, I love it. The diversity of our group, the amount of different nations, different everything that we have is what really makes our unit special. That we're able to all come together as one group, form the 3rd Infantry Division Realism unit, and you know, do what we do, and we do it well. So just ask these recruits, these 30-some soldiers that enlisted with us, and why they came to us when there's, you know, literally thousands of other milsims out there. So, we do have some classes that FIG wanted me to pass along. You see the postings. We're starting right hot and heavy right out of the gate in January here for our training programs. So we have Land Nav. It's the staple of almost every single one of our training. So that's next weekend, January 6th. Hopefully you can make that time, get that class out of the way, get that course out of the way, get qualified Land Nav, because that'll set you up to be able to attend airborne school on the 8th. That'll also help you with your driver operating course on the 22nd of January. And then we're coordinating right now a warrior leadership course for the 22nd/23rd of January. So those that are specialists, corporals, that need your WLC qualification to keep going on promotions, it is a holdup. It's all about leadership and how we develop our own leaders. We have a ton of soldiers, real life soldiers that join our unit, and they bring a wealth of knowledge. But then also, you know, we don't just bring them in and make them sergeants here. That's another thing that sets us apart from our competition, is we grow our own soldiers. We don't just bring people in to fill slots. We promote within. And at the end of ceremony here, I'm very excited to announce some big changes. So As I mentioned, anniversaries. We do have 3 anniversaries today. One Staff Sergeant Grigorov. His anniversary is January 12th. He'll be hitting his 2-year anniversary in our unit. We have Sergeant Shade, who will be also hitting his 2-year anniversary, January 19th, in our unit. And then we have a 1-year anniversary soldier who's in formation today. Sergeant Vandal, first squad leader, will be hitting his 1-year anniversary in our unit, January 18th. So big congratulations to hitting those milestones. Cool.
Cool.
Hurrah.
All right. Is it bad my throat's already parched? That's a lot of talking. Later in formation, we'll also be announcing and honoring a Soldier of the Quarter. So I'm excited to get to that. The Soldier of the Quarter selected from you, the soldiers, as a soldier that has been extremely high speed in our unit, have conducted themselves honorable, have been extremely active, participates, and is really just that role model to soldiers to follow. Soldiers prior that have gotten it, you can see the reasons why they continue to thrust themselves up into leadership positions, and they're the staple and the backbone of this unit. So I'm excited to announce our 4th quarter to round out our fiscal year of 2021, to announce the 4th quarter Soldier of the Quarter. So, but without further ado, let's get everybody up here that is being awarded and promoted today. So first off, if I can get Sergeant Abel, Specialist Delgado, Flanagan, post. All right, about face. All right. So, first off, I'd like to congratulate these soldiers. They're hereby being awarded the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal. It is for donating $50 or more in a calendar month. So, with that, these soldiers donated to Sergeant Abel $100. We have a big donation from Specialist Delgado of $200 in the month of December. We have Flanagan taking over for Sergeant Vandal, I think, with the $69.69 donation, but still qualifies for this award as well. To also announce for Abel and Delgado, both are being awarded this with Valor for donating $200 or $100 or more in a calendar month, and then Flanagan for your $50 or more. I would also like to take a special call out to Warrant Officer Candidate Spectre for donating $10. Any amount is really satisfactory. Whether that's the 10, 5, all the way to 200. Every donation is appreciated. It is what fuels our unit and funds our unit, from our website to our servers to our unit fund that takes care of all our anniversary gifts that gets mailed out. Again, something that's unique to our unit that you'll never ever hear about other units doing. If so, I say they copied us, so whatever. With ending December, we ended up with $379.69 donated in the month of July. With this, I'm actually in the process of getting out our financial statement for the 2021 year. This comes out to a total donation from soldiers in the month or in 2021 of $4,218, if I did the math right, for donations into our unit. That's some serious dough that goes into our unit fund, that supplies the gifts, our raffles that we do. It's not money that goes into my pocket. It's money that stays in our unit fund and is all visible to you through our financial statements that you have all access to under donations. So take a look at it. But a big thank you to these 4 soldiers, 3 in front of you being awarded today for their donations. And I think it's the first time in our entire history that I personally didn't have to fork over money. We've always hit our unit donation goals every single month, 12 months consecutive, through 2021. So outstanding. I love it. Hua.
Hooah.
All right, about face. Thanks again, soldiers.
Thank you, Major.
Fall back in. All right, this next list is fairly lengthy. I won't have people post, as it's a good 20 soldiers. These soldiers are hereby being awarded the Good Conduct Medal. Those that are new, the Good Conduct Medal is awarded to soldiers for just that, good conduct. You're showing up. You are here when you say you're going to be, meaning if you can't make it, you're posting TPRs, you're letting your first line leaders know. And when we have events, you're here, you're present, you're not AWOL. You participate in your DMOSs if you're signed up for those, and you do what you're supposed to do as a part of our unit. So those soldiers include Lambert, Brennan, Strickland, Mays, Elio, Cunningham, Klein, Brock, Grigg, Chuchi, Pendergast, Shade, Lang, Poltrak, Ayers, Moali, Bills, T. Simmons, Lewis, Crawford, H. McMahon, Bobble, Toplak, Franklin, Slager, Escabella, and Thomas are all hereby being awarded the Good Conduct Medal. Congratulations. Hua.
Hooah.
Congratulations.
That is an award that can be awarded 4 times a year, every 3 months. I mean, and that's really, it's one of those awards that's just candy, right? You get it for doing what you're supposed to do. So you're rewarded for being here. So congratulations again. Next up, if I can get LaFleur, Adams, and C. Brooks post. All right, about face, Brooks? Yeah, go ahead, cover down. About face. All right, these 3 soldiers and Private Brooks in front of us are hereby being honored and awarded the National Defense Service Medal. The National Defense is awarded to only military personnel for serving their nation. That does not need to be the U.S. military, but also just your foreign nation as well. We have honored literally thousands of people that have come through our doors to our TeamSpeak, has been here in formation over the years. It's one of my favorite things to award. It gets to show recognition to those that put on the uniform, that signed on that dotted line to say, hey, I'm going to give my life to my country, and that's something that these 3 soldiers have done. Private LaFleur served in the U.S. Army. Private Adams have served in the U.S. Army. And if you haven't heard, Private Brooks here has served in the U.S. Army as a cav, which we like to poke fun at all the time. But at the end of the day, we all wear that U.S. Army or our branch across our chest, across our heart. And it's something that we take honor in. And, at the end of the day, we're all the same team, and we're going to make sure we're defending our nation. So a big congratulations and thank you to these 3. Hua.
Hooah.
All right, above face. All right, get the hell out of my face, Scout.
If you ain't cab, you ain't shit, sir.
Outstanding. All right. Next up, if I can get Spectre, if he's present, post. Warrant officer candidate type. Hey, there you are. Alright, Buffers. Alright, warrant officer candidate. Love to award you and promote you today. You completed your flight training under the guidance of Lieutenant Cruz and our 3 cab training program. That's one thing that I'm very honored to see is our growth of our 3 cab, the skilled pilots. See, I have a lot of great things to say because I try to fly and I see how stressed I am when I try to fly. Definitely landing. I can fly. I can get off the ground. It's that coming down to earth part that's usually very rapid. But I mean, and just to see how effortless it is for our soldiers in 3 Cab, and just the training that they go through is phenomenal. I'd love to stack our flight detachment up against any other and see. That'd be a fun competition to see how that would work out. But I'd love to promote you to Warrant Officer 1 for completion of your training, hitting those needed flight hours, completing the courses, and then also award you your Army Aviator Wings for completion of that course. So congratulations, Warrant Officer. Ooh. All right. About face. Keep doing what you're doing, soldier. Fall back in. All right, next up, I'd like to have, I guess, myself, Lambert, Ayers, sorry, Shade, Garcia, and Iricola post. All right, Buffus. So I have Garcia and Iricola in front of me. You're hereby being awarded the Armed Forces Service Medal for 6 months service within a DMOS. So for you both, it was as a roster maintenance specialist within our S4 Logistics base maintenance operations. For 6 months of service within BMO. We have Sergeant Shade as well being awarded this for 6 months in BMO. We have Sergeant Ayers as a master recruiter within 6 months in RRO. We have Lieutenant Lambert for 6 months within FIG, and myself for 6 months within FIG. I mean, being able to continue that service within our DMOS is vital. Stability. These soldiers all have some sort of leadership role within their DMOS and outside that DMOS, and it shows the gravity of the soldier's character that we have in front of us. So, congratulations. Cool. All right, Buffets.
Cool.
That's where you turn around, Cola. There you go. Synchronized, love it. All right, Buffet. I mean, carry on. Post. Fallout. There it is. All right. Next up, Brock, Mwali, J. Harris, and H. McMahon. Post. All right, Buffets. All right, these 4 soldiers are hereby being awarded the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal. So this is for 12 months of time in service within our unit. All 4 of these hit their time in service of everybody 1 year except Sergeant Brock, who hit 2 year in December. This qualifies them for consecutive 12 months, so 365 days of service in our unit with a deployment. So that's the qualification. A lot of it is have to be on a deployment status, combat deployment status. So we just got done with Operation Silver Guardian, as well as having a full year in our unit. So this one can be earned, once a year. So congratulations to these 4. Hua. All right, about face. Fall back in. All right, next up, if I can get C. Brooks, McMiller, Flanagan, Miller, Cray, Nickus, and Krevchenko? That's going to be a hard one to say. Active mic there, Maze. Alright, Buffus. Alright. These 7 soldiers are hereby being promoted to the grade and rank of E3, Private First Class. This is their first time up in front of our formation in terms of a promotion outside of a training event. They graduated in December or November with their from their OSET course, qualified with their time in service as or time in grade as private second classes, and then also had those clan list votes, which are very vital to our success. So congratulations. I mean, this is the very first stepping stone in hopefully long careers. They're young right now, but we kind of extremely look forward to the soldiers in front of you. Soldiers that, I mean, these are the soldiers that were at a stage you are. Look at the ranks. You got a lieutenant right there, several NCOs that have gone through this exact same path. So, you know, it shows that it can make it. You can make it happen. Just get out there and do it. So, congratulations, Hua. Alright, Buffers. All back in. Alright, if I can get Brennan, Elio, Spectre, and Delgado, Lewis, and Babel post. Alright, Buffers. Alright, so these soldiers, 4, 5, 6 of them. I'm going to read the citations here quick. I think the only one we don't have present besides a few 3-cab is Lewis. So these soldiers are hereby being awarded the Army Achievement Medal, the AAM. So I'll read the citation. It's the same citation for Brennan, Elio, Spectre, and Delgado. Over the last 2 months, these 4 soldiers have completely rewritten all of the third Combat Aviation Brigade's documentation, guides, and procedures. The level of these documents have taken an increasingly long amount of time and dedication. So going back over kind of the, you know, not only necessarily the research side of things for 3-cab. Last I checked, we don't actually have a real U.S. Army pilot in our unit, right? Am I right on that, LT Cruz?
Correct, sir. We have people in aviation, just not an actual pilot.
Correct.
Except for Spectre. He's close.
So, I mean, a lot of this has to be, I mean, that's one of the things, I was talking to a few soldiers earlier, even this morning, about, you know, training courses and how a lot of that works. We take soldiers that have been through the real thing, our airborne school, right? Soldiers that have been through the real airborne school and mold it into how we can use it in ARMA. Our WLCs, same thing, our leadership courses. The Army covers a lot of good things, but then also a lot of repetitive things. And that's the best thing about our unit is we're able to take the cool, fun shit and keep it. The boring, repetitive, stupid shit and say, all right, well, we're not going to use that. We're going to do this instead. Having soldiers that take the time, the researching, the dedication. I mean, it takes a lot of time. Over the years of just myself, you know, researching the stuff, because I'm an MP. So, I mean, there's no, you know, there's no flight stuff involved in my world back in the day. So, I mean, room clearing, convoy operations, sure, no problem. That stuff I can teach night and day. But being able to do what these 4 soldiers do, that's impressive. So, Hua, congrats. We then have Specialist Babel, who has shown great leadership potential as a combat lifesaver after stepping up to take the slot as the squad medic. In an MCI, so Mask Has incident, during FTX2, when the squad got into an ambush on Objective Marble, he stepped up to take charge of the remaining personnel to safely counter the enemy attack and set up a CCP to aid the wounded fire team. So I mean, the Army achievement is just that. It's leadership. You know, you're doing stuff above and beyond your pay grade sometimes, sometimes within your pay grade, but just doing what you're supposed to do. We have Lewis, has gone above and beyond, stepped up as the 2IC. His dedication, or his determination, to develop new members in the medical training as well as overall leadership training. He consistently focuses in, or his constant focus in the squad has led directly to his growth in both in-game expertise and as well as overall attendance. His ability to step up and act as the acting medic in the FTX2 was essential to the survival and success of the squad as we progressed through multiple heavy defended objectives. So again, stepping up, going above and beyond, outside your norm. Just because you're a private doesn't mean that you can't lead, right? You know, I'm a firm I'm a firm believer in, you know, being able to step up to the occasion. You know, as a lower enlisted, as we have several of you in our formation, you should know what your fire team's leader's duties are. Just like that fire team leader needs to know what his squad leader's duty are. So, I mean, it's all about your self-development. But congratulations to these 6, and hua.
What?
About face. Congrats, soldiers. Fall back in. Alright, next up, I'd like to have Franklin and Wenzel post. Alright, Baves. These 2 soldiers are hereby being promoted to the grade and rank of E4 Specialist for completion of their time in service and time in grade as private first classes. There's a lot of requirements to get into this, what we call E4 Mafia. Not just the time in service, time in grade requirement. That's kind of the easy side of it. You just got to wait, right? Wait and really do the basic bare minimum. But these soldiers participate. These soldiers are active members in DMOSs. That can be a holdup for some soldiers. To be a specialist, it's required that you serve in a DMOS. In really any level, whether that's an entry level DMOS or getting up there and being a drill instructor, range safety officer, a broadcast journalist, you know, a roster processor, whatever. I mean, being able to do the job. So, and then the clans votes as well. That's another requirement to achieve specialist, is an X amount of clans list votes. So, I mean, if you thought you were getting promoted today, go check your profile out. That might be what held you up, whether you don't have votes or you don't have a DMOS. So get out there and self-investigate, talk to your first line leader, and see what they can do to help you. So big congratulations to these 2 specialists. Cool. About face. Welcome to the E4 Mafia. Fall back in. Wenzel, you're like, I've been there way too long ago. Delgado, post. Alright, Belface. Alright, Specialist. You are hereby being awarded the basic crewman badge. So being a attached to our 3 cab as a crew chief, you know, you are very vital to not only the success of that element, but also the success of us on the ground. Nothing, I'll keep it PG. Nothing fills my heart better than hearing those miniguns open up on a on a Blackhawk. Being able to to hear it, I mean, it brings some smile to your face for sure. That's a lot of rounds down on those enemies. So, you know, being a crew chief isn't necessarily always a glamorous job. You were up here for the work you've done in your really helping 3 cab, and it really shows. So being able to continue what you do, I mean, officially being the crew member is very vital. So congratulations, Hua. About face. Had to spurt that out. Fall back in. Congrats. All right. Next up, let's go ahead and get Brock, Garcia, Ivanov, and Flanagan post. Yes, support. I was gonna say, you know, nothing gets my you know what hard than hearing a minigun, but keep it PG. All right, Belfast. All right, so I mentioned clans list votes. These 4 soldiers who have been up here several times are hereby, well, all but one, I think, have completed a task that I should say an achievement because it's something I strive to do, but I suck at it, and definitely will keep getting better. One of my 2022 goals is to get on this list of being awarded the Humanitarian Service Medal for 60 monthly votes on clans list. So that's 2 times a day for 30 consecutive days voting on clans list. Those that are an RRO see the tracking of how many soldiers we've taken in over the year of 2021 through clans list or other means. But we track, that's one of our statistics that we track. And it keeps showing why it's good to put the financial money towards clans list, because it is a subscription-based model to get us on the front page. Then it's on us, all of us in this formation, all of us assigned to our unit here, to vote daily to get ourselves high on that list. And I'm going to say, for most of 2021, we were in the top 5 all the time, if not the top 2. Soldiers like these 4 are a big reason for that. You know, and it really shows. I mean, go look where we're at right now. I'm not sure, I don't have a browser open, but I mean, I know, actually I think we were in first place as of this morning, because I voted this morning. But it really shows. I mean, these soldiers are up here constantly. They're dedicated to being able to vote twice daily and remember it. So congratulations, and please show me your routine, because I suck at it. So, congrats. All right, Paleface. Congrats again, soldiers. All right, fall in. All right, this next list is fairly large. If I can get Lambert, Mays, Brock, Winters, Frost, Ivanov, and Flanagan post. Range walk. There you go. Alright, Belface. Still dealing with this cough, freaking 2 weeks later. Alright, so these soldiers are hereby being awarded the Joint Service Achievement Medal, the JSAM. This is an award that is only awarded through our DMOSs. So achieving great results or success, dedication, within their assigned DMOS. So first we have Lieutenant Lambert for PAO. Has gone above and beyond in his service as a member of Public Affairs during the month of December. First Lieutenant went above and beyond with the request that PAO had for the month and helped out as interim when we did not have an NCOIC. We have Mays as a drill instructor in FIG for outstanding work as an FIG cadre since beginning his service as an RSO and now DI. Warrant Officer 1 Mays has committed himself to the duties of OSETs and CLS courses, maintaining high presence in continually fostering the development of soldiers within our unit. He stands as an example of excellence within FIG. We have Sergeant Brock for Public Affairs Office. Has gone above and beyond in his role as PAO, in PAO, that is outside his usual, thanks to Sergeant Brock, who has recorded the operations without needing to, and have recorded, and having a recording when all other recordings were corrupted or unusable. Sergeant Brock has been a bit of a saving grace even outside his own usual role as just a PAO journalist. Last couple, I mean, now we've taken more steps to make that not happen, but he's saved our ass a lot of times this year with that. We have Corporal Winters as Corps of Engineers, Land Combat Support System Specialist, for excellence dedication to COE by spending 30 plus hours without a break to get the Latvia Armed Forces added to our mod pack. These units are the OPFOR backbone of our FTX. Corporal Winter spent 2 days doing nothing but writing over 3,000 lines of code to get these units up to S2, our Intel standards. Wow. That's incredible. Thank you, Corporal. We have Corporal Frost in Public Affairs Office, broadcast journalist. Corporal Frost has gone above and beyond in his service as a member of PAO. Frost did outstanding with his role as a 48 Romeo, always being on standby to stream and upload many of his combat footages when others couldn't be used. So between Frost, I know we've called on him a few times, and he's been able to supply videos just like Sergeant Brock. We have Specialist Ivan for FIG as a drill instructor, for sustained excellence as a member of FIG, serving as RSO and now DI. Specialist has dedicated himself to providing quality instructions on numerous OSETs, setting an example of precedence and skill. He has directly contributed to the development of our soldiers' tactical capabilities. And then we have Private Flanagan as a journalist in PAO. Private Second Class Flanagan has gone above and beyond his service as a member of PAO during the month of December. Flanagan has decided to join and spend his exodus working closely with an already established PAO member to bring back the newsletter, as well as continuing to do content from screenshots throughout our exodus. Those that haven't checked your email already, that was something that went out over Exodus that we are moving towards more often, is using our website to post a newsletter out. And that's something that Private Flanagan, being back in our unit, he was with us prior for a different tour, but he jumped right back in and is really making it happen within his duties. So big congratulations to these 6-7 soldiers. So, hooah. Alright, Buffface. Alright, cool. Thanks again, soldiers, for your service in our DMOSs. I mean, this is the good stuff right here. This is the shit that is tough, and you strive for excellence. So thanks. Cool. Fall back in. Ivanov, go ahead, turn around, come back. Alright, Bellface. Alright, since I had you up here, I figure I wouldn't have you walk all the way back. You are hereby promoted to the grade rank of E4 Corporal. You have been a staple of your element, of your squad. I mean, going into a leadership role, to even qualify to do the job, you had to be successful at it. I mean, getting into our NCO Corps is no small feat. Being able to be that backbone to our unit is what our NCO is, and very honored to have you join. So congratulations. Cool. All right, Bellface. Fall back in. Can't get rid of this cough. All right. Next up, go ahead and get me Crawford post. If he's present. No movement, no movement. All right, no Crawford. All right. Specialist Crawford is hereby being awarded the the Joint Service Accommodation Medal. So Crawford, as a member of RRO, Specialist Crawford has shown outstanding commitment and dedication towards recruiting and retention. This soldier's time and time again is the first to assist the public with inquiries within Discord and TeamSpeak. The immediately assigned 2 applications, even completing several within 1 day's repeatedly. His personal commitment towards the DMOS is at a high level of excellence and is hereby awarded the Joint Service Accommodation Medal. I get to see these messages and how fast the specialist is able to jump on, talk with our civilians. Many of you in this formation probably might have had or some type of contact with Specialist Crawford. His recruitment style is unorthodox for sure, but obviously it works. He's one that makes you feel welcome, makes you feel like you're part of the family right away, and really gets you involved, you wanting to learn more. He provides the correct information, and it's something that is very beneficial to our recruitment. So big congratulations to him. Sorry for all my people streaming. I'm coughing in your ears. Next up, go ahead, get me Winters post. Too much talking isn't helping. All right, Buffers. All right. So, Corporal Winters here. First off, like to promote Corporal Winters to E5 Sergeant. Corporal Winters is currently in First Squad, where he is serving newly as a fire team leader. Well, not newly, since September, but as a fire team leader, and has done an outstanding job. Talking with the squad leader, he is one that goes above and beyond. He's in multiple DMOSs. Just being able to see what he can do inside the NCO Corps, and has continued to do throughout his service in our unit, is phenomenal. So I mentioned earlier, so first, congratulations on E5. So next up, I mentioned about the Soldier of the Quarter. Sergeant Winters here is our 4th quarter of 2021 Soldier of the Quarter. He is hereby being awarded the Soldier's Medal for having the honor of being selected from our command staff team. And he goes up against everybody. Our qualifications for Soldiers of the Quarters, of course, be here for that quarter, have to be an active member in our unit, and provide and excel at a high level. I was able to talk with our command staff, and Corporal Winters, this is not his first time being nominated for Soldier of the Quarter. So it goes to show that this is even longer than the 3 months that it took for him to earn 4th quarter. He was in talks for the last quarter, and probably more. But it goes above and beyond what a soldier like this does in our unit. We have several Soldier of the Quarters within our unit still with us in our current formation here, but I'd like to take some time to shed some celebration on Sergeant Winters here. Sergeant Winters enlisted with us back in end of April of 2021, to where he has been with us now for 8 months and 2 days in his unit, or in our unit. He has always been a member of First Squad, starting off in April as just a fire team member, moving in July of 2021 into the squad medic role, and then in September leaving the squad medic and becoming a fire team leader. Sergeant Winters currently serves within 2 DMOSs, 4 logistics Corps of Engineers, as we talked about earlier, completing all the code that was needed for our OP4, as well as serves as a drill instructor in S3 operations FIG. Some of his larger awards that has been awarded to him prior to today. He is a recipient of the enemy's marksmanship badge, also known as the Purple Heart. He has been achieved a combat status, or combat apparatus on an Army Accommodation, and several AAMs, as well as earning the Good Conduct Medal several times, coming up on his 3rd time next month, as well as a soldier that has donated to our unit. And to top it all off, he constantly votes, being awarded the Humanitarian Service Medal, and was an honor grad out of basic training back in May of 2021. He has 1 combat operation under his belt, with a total combat, I guess, missions of, I would say, probably just under 2 dozen, or just under a dozen combat operations, or just over a combat dozen operations, spanning from May through our last one of November 28th of this year, or of last year, 2021. So, wanted to take some time to celebrate our Soldier of the Quarter. Hoa, congratulations, Sergeant Winners.
Cool.
All right, Dollface. Congratulations, and it's an honor to have you in our unit. Cool.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor.
Cool. Fall back in. All right. So, Sergeant Winners joins our other Soldier of the Quarter awardees of Sergeant Pendergast, who was awarded 1st quarter of 2021, Sergeant Vandal, awarded 2nd quarter of 2021, and Corporal Garcia, 3rd quarter of 2021. And then Sergeant Winners will round out our 4th quarter. Being able to, shed light on these soldiers, call out their extraordinary service to our unit. Not all of them are awarded to just NCOs, or we've had several specialists. And it goes all the way up to E5. That's kind of the bread and butter. Those are the soldiers that dedicate a lot of time into our unit, and be able to provide at a high standard. And I'll tell you one of the highest qualities I noticed out of all 4 of those soldiers is they're extremely humble. They're not here to do it for medals. They're not here to do it to pack their rack on their uniform on our purse comms full of medals and awards and say, yeah, I'm the best. All 4 of those soldiers are extremely humble. They're here for you, here for their fellow soldiers, and are here to serve in our Realism unit. And every single one of them, their goal is to make the unit better when they leave, when they retire, when that time comes, than when they came. And if that's everybody's goal, holy crap. We're at 18 years now as a unit. Some of you in this formation weren't even born by then. I won't date the rest of us. But being able to be here and see the growth of our soldiers, like those Soldier of the Quarters, those that were up here receiving merit medals and promotions, is phenomenal. So, congrats. All right. So, I mentioned earlier, I'm just checking my notes here, making sure I didn't miss anything. This time I did number my pages, so I know I kept in order. I have one more then, actually a couple announcements, but one more big one. So he is not currently present. He had a TPR due to a medical, having to go to the hospital, but Sergeant Brock, those that know him, you all should. He's your senior NCO in this unit, as your 1st platoon sergeant. One thing that we announced last month, that we have some big changes coming. I announced it at the beginning of this ceremony as well. So I would like to hereby officially promote Sergeant First Class Christopher Brock to Master Sergeant. He's hereby going to be moving and vacating the role of Platoon Sergeant of 1st Platoon Widowmakers and joining myself and Lieutenant Lambert up at company level as our First Sergeant. He'll be entering our First Sergeant school to where then, once he completes that, he will be officially getting his diamond and becoming our ranking First Sergeant. So you can address him as Master Sergeant or Top at this point. But when he comes back, make sure you celebrate with him. Make sure you tell him, a personal story about, how he's affected you. I could tell you he's one that is a troops leader, meaning that he's here in the trenches, gets stuff done, make sure we're accountable. He's every trait that we need as a First Sergeant, and much more. So with that, I'd like to congratulate him. So when you see him, give him a high five, give him a slap on the back, but don't touch him because he'll probably break your arm. All right, next up, with that vacant, I would like to call up Sergeant Tucci, Sergeant Cooper, and Private Flanagan post. About face. Alright. These 3 soldiers are the ones that were selected for advancement in our unit. So with the vacancy of Sergeant Brock, now Top Brock, moving up into First Sergeant, Staff Sergeant Tucci was selected through a panel of soldiers, of command staff, to move from 4th Squad Leader, or 4th Squad Leader, to where he has led 4th Squad Phoenix, if I recall, from its founding in November of 2020, correct?
Affirm.
And those that know what 4th Squad does, it is consistent. If any word can explain what 4th Squad is, consistent and very active throughout their. I mean, they have a great team, a great team in general. But being able to have troops active, accountable, process their discharges and make sure that those that do fall off, they're not anywhere, to the terms of they don't have any issues in the squad. They have the same thing every other squad has, but it's under the leadership of the Staff Sergeant here that goes above and beyond, takes care of his troops, makes sure everything is handled efficiently and correctly. So it's with honor that I'm able to promote Staff Sergeant Tucci from Squad Leader into Widowmaker 7. Hoa. Hell yeah. It's very well earned. The everything that you've done in our unit thus far is top notch. The work you do in our DMOS side of things, as well as what you do in the combat side of things. With that, I'd like to announce Sergeant Cooper as his replacement. Sergeant Cooper is moving from 4th Squad Leader, or 4th Squad Fire Team Leader to 4th Squad Leader. Sergeant Cooper is one that has been a phenomenal FTL, has been one of our senior FTLs for quite some time. The Squad Leader role is fairly new to him, but leadership is not. Sergeant Cooper also recently, in the month of December, was selected as our Public Affairs Office NCYC. He went through an interview board with myself against several others very good candidates, and it's something that Sergeant Cooper has that aroma around him, that professionalism, and also is still able to keep the atmosphere fun and energetic, and people have a lot of fun around Sergeant Cooper. And he keeps that military bearing and that professionalism, and I'm very excited to see how 4th Squad will not only adapt with this hurdle of Sergeant Tucci being removed, but under the new leadership of Sergeant Cooper, I know it's going to be an extremely smooth transition. So congratulations to Widowmaker 4.
Thank you, Major.
Oh, Congrats, Sergeant. Next up, I had Private Flanagan up here earlier. He is now PFC Flanagan. He is hereby replacing Sergeant Cooper as the new fire team leader within 4th Squad. So Flanagan, this isn't his first tour with us, as I mentioned earlier. He is one that provides a lot of professionalism, a lot of military bearing as well. He is one that really dives in and jumps in. You look at our public affairs with what he did with the newsletter. He's only been here less than a month, if not just over a little bit of a month, and has done outstanding since joining us. It's something that 4th Squad really does well with, is development of their team and development of their soldiers. Just like many of our other squads here, the development within those teams is phenomenal. So a big congratulations to PFC Flanagan as our new fire team leader. Cool.
Thank you, man.
All right, about face. Congratulations on your new roles, soldiers. Make us proud.
Thank you, Major.
Oh, fall back in. All right. That's it for me. My time is done here. I want to say how proud I am of this unit, of the leaders we have grown in 2021. And boy, do I am filled with like so much excitement and so much thrill of what we can do in 2022. We are on the verge of opening that coveted second platoon and that 5th squad, right? All our squads are really bursting at the seams with new soldiers. Exodus was, the month of December in general, was fantastic to us. We as C staff are aware of the overload of recruits and do have that plan in place to expand, but there is sort of that grace period. Traditionally, I hate to say it, but unfortunately a good chunk, I wouldn't say a good chunk, I'm going to say 25%, potentially more, of our Exodus recruits won't make it past this month because of, they get caught up in the joining a unit and then totally forgetting about it, just like any other standard soldier out there. But you soldiers in this formation can help us reduce that from 25% to 5% just by making contact with these new soldiers that join your squad. It is a battle buddy system, really. And being able to have a buddy team, fire team leaders, squad leaders, you have the biggest influence. But anybody in that team, whatever squad you're in, if you got a new soldier on your roster, add them on Discord, add them on Steam, get them in TeamSpeak, make them feel a part of the team. That's everybody, from myself all the way down to Recruit Snuffy that just joined yesterday. We need to make these soldiers feel welcome, make sure they understand what they got themselves into, that they signed on an imaginary dotted line, and they need to be here at this time, or they need to communicate that they're not going to be, so that we can continue to have that second R of RRO is recruiting and retention, that retention side of things, so that we can hit that 5th squad and open that second platoon, which then I'll be up here next month, hopefully being able to say this is our new platoon sergeant and this is our new OCS officer that's joining our command staff team, and these are the new squad leaders that are moving over to second platoon. I wholeheartedly think it's 100% doable. But it's not just myself, Lieutenant Drake, Lieutenant Lambert, Sergeant Tucci, Top Brock, Lieutenant Cruz that can make that happen. That's on every one of us. So that is all I have for today. I look forward to our FTX. I'll call Lieutenant Drake up here. Post. Thanks for the follow, buddy. All right. Jake Charge, dismiss your troops.
Thank you, Major. All right, gentlemen. So some very touching words there from Major to end our ceremony. If you have received any awards, make sure you put in your CID request so our uniform updaters can get you squared away. It will take a little while. BMO needs to process the records first, as usual. So just make sure you put in the CID request and everything will be fine. Now, we will be going into FTX in about 54 minutes is our step off time.
Correct.
So make sure you guys have some food in your bellies. You go to the toilet, you get your drinks, get all that stuff, and then I will see you again in about 24 minutes. So
Check
that's
that out.
it, Widowmakers.
See that
And recap. Well,
Oh,
you are all dismissed.
Alright, Frost.
Hmm.
Yeah, do you have a combat load ready for DFX?
Nope.
Alright, I can help you before I step off
I
these
know that
restrooms.
guy.
I just need to run back to the ATs.
all right. I'm going to jump off here for about 30 minutes. Get myself set up for the FTX. I appreciate everybody that stopped in. At one time, we had just shy of 20 total people between Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube on. So I really appreciate everybody stopping in, saying hi. I mean, we had a couple subscribes, so I appreciate that, or follows. Kingstar Raw, you're always welcome to come back. I mean, I appreciate everybody that stopped in. X, thank you always for supporting me. And then, obviously, Abel, you got it, buddy. And then even my wife stopped in, so she wanted to see the dogs, though. Yep. Cuddling room. So, but on the bed over here. So, other than that, thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in a bit. Oop, wrong button.